Ray Brown's Talking Birds.
Made possible by the generous support of the Birdwatchers General Store, Orleans, Cape Cod. Birdwatchersgeneralstore.com.
And by Vortex Optics with the VIP warranty. Their unlimited lifetime promise to keep you and your optic covered. Learn more at vortexoptics.com.
Welcome to our show number 1065, during which we'll learn why everybody's birding in Columbus, Ohio, thanks to the Everybody Birding Club. Plus, we'll hear 2 audio postcards from California in 2 different towns with 2 types of towhees. In Mike O'Connor's Let's Ask Mike segment, will enlighten us about a fun and non-controversial topic to employ when you get together with your extended family over the holidays. And here comes the first of 2 Towhee Talk audio postcards from the Golden State.
Good morning, Ray and the Talking Birds team. This is Ace from beautiful El Dorado Hills, California. And what you're hearing in the background there is the bird that often wakes me up in the morning, about 6:30 a.m. now, and this is the California towhee. Got a high, shrill, short little call. Nature's alarm clock, quite effective in the morning, at least around here. Thanks a lot for all you guys do, and keep up the good work.
Well, thank you, Ace, and thanks for that beautiful audio postcard. Meanwhile, several hundred miles south of El Dorado Hills.
Hi, Ray. This is Mark Dayton, the San Diego bird guide. And you can hear in the background here, I'm looking at 2 spotted towhees. You can hear their call. There's also a California scrub jay in the distance. And I've been having off and on a California thrasher. I'm here at the Crestline Ecological Preserve, which is in San Diego County, kind of in the foothills, low mountains. It's an oak scrubland, kind of forest type place. I'm looking at an open clearing here. I'm looking right now at several California quail. You can also hear in the background white-crowned sparrows singing. So it's a nice variety of birds out here this morning. I hope you and your listeners have a good day. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Mark. 2 audio postcards there from California, and we have room for more from anywhere at all, including your backyard. Grab a smartphone or some kind of digital recording device and just record what you're seeing or hearing. Your device will make a little file and just email that to this address, ray@talkingbirds.com. That's ray@talkingbirds.com. There would be no G in talking. We weren't sure what to call this. I think we're calling it the conservation fear of the week. The Trump administration has presented a new plan to roll back regulations in the Endangered Species Act, ESA, a move that experts fear will accelerate the extinction crisis if adopted. The proposed changes would allow the federal government more power to weigh economic impact against habitat designations and remove safeguards against future events, including the impacts from climate change. Well, a 30-day public comment period is now open. It began November 1st. A Google search will provide details on how to comment if you would like to do it. Meanwhile, we'll learn more about the issue on our December 7th show when we talk with the American Bird Conservancy's Director of Government Relations, Hardy Kern. Also this week, by the way, the big COP30 climate conference in Brazil wrapped up, and we'll talk about that here next week. Meanwhile, sounds like our mystery bird. We do the contest every week, and we generally do a little preview early in the show, so you'll have kind of a leg up in identifying that bird when we do the contest itself. In just a little bit, our mystery bird is a small chickadee relative in the Paradis family. It has a gray back and wings, light gray or white underparts, a black and white patterned face, a black bib, and a black-bordered gray crest. In the U.S., this cavity nesting, mostly non-migratory species, is found in mountainous oak or oak and juniper woodlands in eastern and southeastern Arizona and southwest New Mexico. It feeds mostly on insects and spiders, foraging along tree branches and twigs, known to sometimes hang upside down briefly to reach prey on the tips of leaves or branches. That's our mystery bird. And there it is again. As usual, we have some fabulous prizes, including a big bag of our favorite coffee, shade-grown, bird-friendly, and truly delicious Birds and Beans coffee. Every cup of Birds and Beans supports conservation because every bean is triple certified as Smithsonian bird-friendly, representing the highest standard for wildlife habitat preservation. So we're happy and proud to have them as a prize provider. Same goes for Fresh Cut Paper, makers of beautiful life-sized pop-up floral bouquets that are wilt-proof. Crafted to last a lifetime, we have a certificate for 5 bouquets, and yes, they have bird-themed bouquets as well. They also have a small fraction of the carbon footprint of imported flowers, and everybody who sees them loves them. They're really beautiful. Prizes on our Mystery Bird contest on the show today. Also, every week we're very happy to be able to welcome another new ambassador to the Talkin' Birds Ambassadors family. And thank you to Meg from Bristol, Tennessee. She says she loves listening to Talkin' Birds every Sunday morning. She says, I'm fortunate to get to live on 8 acres of beautiful woods in the Appalachian Mountains and enjoy the variety of birds that brings to my own backyard. I've already been an unofficial Talkin' Birds ambassador, sharing the show with friends, family, and co-workers, so I figured it was time to make it official. I like that Talkin' Birds brings science and conservation and a passion for birds and nature together in a fun and accessible way. Well, thank you for those kind words, Meg, and for becoming a Talkin' Birds ambassador and helping us spread the word about birds and conservation. And we're in the middle of a big effort right now to grow our ambassadors family so that we might welcome our 1,000th member by the end of December. We now need fewer than 40 new ambassadors signing up in order for us to reach our goal. Will you be one? Please join our ambassadors family right now if you can by visiting talkinbirds.com and clicking on the Get Involved tab at the top of the homepage. And remember, being and signing up as an ambassador is really easy. Once again, just click on the Get Involved tab at talkinbirds.com to join our ambassadors family. Still to come today, we'll talk with Lindsay Slack, founder of the Everybody Birding Club in Columbus, Ohio, about their mission to build a community that welcomes everybody. Also today, Mike O'Connor will join us for Let's Ask Mike segment about a fun and non-controversial topic for family get-togethers. And up next, sort of in connection with the big November holiday, it's today's featured feathered friend presented by the Bigger and Better BWD magazine, with each large-format issue packed with beautiful photographs, illustrations, and in-depth articles. Experience birds up close with BWD at bwdmagazine.com. While many domesticated turkeys will soon meet their Thanksgiving fates, our featured feathered friend, the wild turkey, continues to roam the countryside in big numbers. That hasn't always been the case, though. The wild turkey's North American population of about 10 million individuals began to fall in the 17th century due to excessive hunting and habitat loss, and reached a low of about 30,000 by the early 1900s. But the bird has made a big comeback in recent years. With the exception of Alaska, every U.S. state is now home to wild turkeys. And yes, that includes Hawaii. And here are 10 more wild turkey facts. 1. Evidence suggests that the wild turkey has existed in North America for more than 5 million years. 2, 3, and 4. Wild turkeys can run as fast as 25 miles an hour, and they can fly up to 55 miles an hour, and they can swim too. 5. Each wild turkey has about 3,500 feathers. 6 and 7. That fleshy growth that droops over the bill of a male wild turkey, it's called a snood, used to attract mates. Males also have something that's referred to as a beard, even though it grows from their chest. It's a tuft of specialized feathers known as mesophyllal plumes, also used to attract mates. 8. And what do male wild turkeys have on their legs that females do not? Spurs. Yes, spurs for sparring with other males and for establishing dominance. 9. Benjamin Franklin was a fan of the wild turkey. Although it's a myth that he suggested it should be the U.S. national bird, he did once write a letter to his daughter in which he called the bald eagle a bird of bad moral character and a rank coward, while praising the wild turkey as being much more respectable and a bird of courage. And 10. We think the wild turkey is the only bird that has a bourbon named for it. Well, there is a bourbon called Eagle Rare, but it's not named for a specific species, and neither is the one called Old Crow. Meleagris gallopavo, or Meleagris gallopavo, the wild turkey, today's Talkin' Birds featured feathered friend. And welcome again to our show number 1065. Lindsay Slack is the founder of the Columbus, Ohio-based Everybody Birding Club that welcomes all friendly people to experience the joy of birding. And she's with us now to tell us about the club. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Ray. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure, for sure. And Lindsay, the name Everybody Birding Club is somewhat self-explanatory, I think, but tell us about its mission and why you felt the need to form the club.
Absolutely. So, I actually was inspired to start the club earlier this year, and there were a couple things that kind of led me to it. So, I was lucky enough to take Freya McGregor's Access Birding course.
I know her.
Yeah. Which teaches about making birding accessible for everyone in the outdoors. Mm-hmm. And then around that time, I also started listening to the Bird Joy podcast, and just learning that Jason Hall and In Color Birding in Philly and Dexter Patterson with the BIPOC Birding Club of Wisconsin had these successful clubs. I just felt really inspired to start something here in Columbus.
All right, and you really have started something, and I know it is growing, and you talk about your mission to build a community that brings bird joy to all friendly people, with an emphasis on creating a welcoming space for women, people of color, the LGBTQIA plus community, and people with disabilities. And I wonder, Lindsay, how did your own personal experiences come into play in founding the club?
Sure. So I am a brown person, and my experience in the outdoors, especially at birding events, a lot of times I am the only brown person there or one of very few. So that was definitely part of my motivation, was to build a club where I felt comfortable. And initially, my plan was to start a BIPOC club, but shout out to my brother Josh, who pointed out all the cool things I was learning in the Access Birding course, and helped me to expand the vision to include many groups of marginalized people to build our birding community here in Columbus.
Sure. Well, Jason Hall and Dexter Patterson, I'm happy to say, have been on the show with us. I have to look these up to see when those shows occurred, so we want to give a plug about that, because they're doing some wonderful stuff as well.
Yes, they are.
So I guess you mentioned about having friendly folks in the club, and it sounds like you were successful in doing that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's been incredible to see such a diverse group of people come out. I mean, every group that you named that's a part of our mission has attended some of our gatherings, and it's just been very seamless to see all these people merge together and enjoy spending time together and observing the birds.
I think you even said, of course, this has to be a challenge to start a group like that, but I think the way you phrased it was you haven't had any real change or challenges since forming the club because of all those friendly folks.
You're right. We have been very lucky.
So for folks in your area, Lindsay, who might be hearing us right now, what's the best way for them to find the Everybody Birding Club?
Yep. So you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky if you just search for Everybody Birding Club.
All right, and it's time maybe for you to be an inspiration. What do you say for folks hearing this who might want to start a similar group? Any advice?
I would say don't hesitate. Go ahead and start a group. Feel free to reach out to any other bird club and get some advice on how to get started. Jason and Dexter have been awesome in supporting me and offering advice. And connect with your local Audubon groups and any other outdoor clubs who might be able to help support and promote what you're doing.
All right. And did you mention, did I miss it about finding you at Facebook is the best way, right?
Yep. So Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky. And I did want to say, even though we are in Columbus, Ohio, this winter we will have some virtual birding events. So I invite anyone and everyone to join us.
Okay. From anywhere, right?
Absolutely.
And by the way, we just featured the wild turkey as our featured bird of the week. We didn't talk about this ahead of time, but I think you wouldn't mind me mentioning that you kind of have a bird of the month with your club, right?
Yes, Ray. So your show has inspired me to start Bird of the Month for the club. I didn't reveal it yet, but yes, coming soon, we will have a post about the wild turkey.
All right. Lindsay Slack is the founder of the Columbus, Ohio-based Everybody Birding Club that welcomes all friendly people to experience the joy of birding. Lindsay, congratulations on the success of the club. Good luck keeping it growing, and thanks for being with us.
Thanks so much, Ray.
Lindsay Slack here on Talking Birds. And up next, it's our Mystery Bird contest in just 1 minute.
The flutter of a tail feather, the flash of a wing bar in mid-flight. You don't always have a lot of time to identify a bird in nature, let alone to appreciate its beauty. But with Vortex Optics, you'll have the power to bring every wild moment closer. When you choose Vortex, you're choosing to have a partner in the field as passionate about nature as you are. Whether you're spotting old friends on the backyard feeder or packing for a once-in-a-lifetime trip to add a few species to your life list, Vortex offers a full range of optics and optics accessories for every birder and every budget. And whether the birds are taking you to another state or another country, you're always covered by the Vortex VIP warranty, an unlimited lifetime promise to keep you and your optic covered. If you'd like to learn more, or if you need help choosing your next optic, give Vortex a call at 1-800-4-VORTEX or visit vortexoptics.com.
There's our mystery bird again. Clues here. Our mystery bird is a small chickadee relative in the parody family. It has a gray back and gray wings, light gray or white underparts, a black and white patterned face, a black bib, and a black-bordered gray crest. In the U.S., this cavity-nesting, mostly non-migratory species is found in mountainous oak or oak and juniper woodlands in eastern and southeastern Arizona and southwestern New Mexico. Feeds on insects and spiders, mostly as it forages along tree branches and twigs, sometimes hanging upside down to reach prey. The number to call is 781-837-4900, and if you're our successful mystery bird contestant, you'll win 2 really wonderful prizes if you like coffee and beauty. First, a big bag of our favorite coffee, shade-grown, bird-friendly, and truly delicious birds and beans coffee. And from Fresh Cut Paper, 5 of those beautiful life-sized pop-up floral bouquets. And we have seen these bouquets, by the way. They really are beautiful, and they last a very, very long time. Here's the number, 781-837-4900. Call us as soon as you can. Here's the number again, 781-837-4900. Meanwhile, almost live from the archive, it's Let's Ask Mike, coming up in just 1 minute.
Standing at the edge of a rocky shore, you breathe in the cool, salty air, watching the sun disappear on the horizon. Across the globe, someone begins their day along a sandy beach, listening to the rhythm of the crashing waves. You each envision a world beneath the water, vibrant life in every imaginable form. Now, imagine it's all gone. What was once a place of wonder and beauty is now a dull, lifeless wasteland. Food, jobs, medicine, all gifts from the ocean, all gone. Time is running out to protect our oceans, and without our love, everything the oceans provide can and will disappear. It's our choice. Love it or lose it. Help protect our oceans. Visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.org/love.
Well, folks often muse about which 10 books or maybe 10 record albums they'd want to have with them were they to be marooned on an island somewhere. Well, our Mike O'Connor's musing is about the 10 bird species he might choose to share his island kingdom with him. We may be about to find out some of the ones he's chosen. Good morning, Mike.
Yeah, I'm there.
You're there? But are you here?
Yeah.
I know you're there.
Let me just double check.
Yeah, okay.
Let me get a mirror out. Yeah, there I am.
I thought you had another power failure there. I know there's cold weather down where you are. This kind of.
We only have one line.
Yeah, you got Cape Cod Flash and Flicker Electric Company down there, I think. Let's see, where were we? Oh, talking about the island. Wherever that island is that you're going. I don't know if it's a desert island or just some other island, but you want to have certain birds kind of hang out there with you.
Well, right. Yeah. Sometimes you get with a group together and people talk about birds and stuff. And in this day where families get together at the holidays and try not to talk about politics or the state of the world or argue about your best sports team. Instead of arguing, sometimes people get in discussion. And in this case, I always tell people, let's make a list of the top, we'll say 10 birds, and you make your own rules, but we'll say top 10 birds. If you lived in a place, you can say a remote island or just a habitat where you only could have 10 birds that you would go on to see, only 10 birds, what would it be? And it's a personal choice, so, if you don't like it, then that's fine, because that's what I like, and you like something different. And that's a good way of birds that either make you feel good, or you like their song, or you like their attitude. And to me, of course, the number one bird would be a chickadee, because it's just a feeder bird that we all like. But then there's a bird a lot of people don't like, a blue jay, and I would have a blue jay because they're beautiful, and they have personality, and they're spunky. They're like frat boys. They come together. They create all kinds of havoc. But then I would have something simple like a barn swallow, because it's just a beautiful, chirpy bird. It's very friendly. And then I would have something like an odd bird like the American dipper, which is just not many people get to see it, and it would be in the stream. And your habitat would have a place for all these birds, so you don't have to create the habitat. That's up to nature to do that. Yeah. And then I even have a brown creeper, one of those innocuous little tiny birds that go up and down the tree that nobody sees, but it makes me laugh every time I see it. And I think you got some birds that you like, right, Ray, or no?
Well, yeah, and one of them is a common bird, the black-capped chickadee, which is our state bird here in our home state, Massachusetts. So we have that one. There you go. That one in common. Most of my birds are not very colorful. I'm not sure what that says about me, but there's the black-capped chickadee. Black skimmer is another one that I really like.
Skimmer.
Yeah, very cool bird to watch. Harris's hawk. It's like the hawk of hawks to me, with the appearance of this bird. I've got the Eurasian eagle owl, an amazing bird. Northern gannet. I've got chimney swift and common nighthawk. Love to watch them when they used to fly over the city all the time. We don't see them much, sadly, anymore. I've got yellow-billed or black-billed cuckoo, bufflehead, and my favorite other duck, the canvasback. So those are mine.
See,
yeah,
I agree with you on the buffalo. That's on my list too. It's like the chickadee of the duck
of the
world.
sea.
It's tiny, it's entertaining, and it's fun. And it's a good way people share. I mean, you and I could talk about this for the next 45 minutes, but it's just a way a group of people to chat, and sometimes you forget, right? You said chimney swift. I forgot about the chimney swift, and that's just an odd flying bird, and you see it. At dusk, and it's a good way for people to get together and chit-chat without fighting over it, that the Yankees stink and all that stuff.
Yeah. And as they say, there's no wrong answers.
There's no wrong answers. But you got to have a chickadee on the list.
right, Mike. Well, it sounds like you're fading away there. Thanks. We'll talk to you next week.
All right.
All right, Mike O'Connor. Well, next week we'll see if we can find out which island Mike will be going to. But right now we're back to the Mystery Bird Contest. Hearing that bird just one more time. See if we might get a winner on our contest. This is a big day for California on our show today. We had 2 audio postcards from California, and now we have a mystery bird caller from California. It's Carolyn. Good morning, Carolyn.
Good morning.
Good morning. You care to say what part of California you're in?
Yeah, the Eastern Sierra, Bishop.
Bishop, Eastern Sierra. Wow. Sounds some beautiful country. Well, Carol, you heard those clues, and what else did you hear? You heard the sound of the bird, and you heard the phone number, obviously. So you put all that together and come up with what?
I haven't seen one in a long while because I haven't been down there. But I'm thinking bridal titmouse.
You're thinking it, and you're also saying it, which is good because that means you win the contest.
Oh.
Yes, bridal titmouse. I'm just reading here that it's unlike other titmice species, it doesn't hide seeds for future use. Apparently, the part of its brain that would store memories of hiding places is smaller than that of other species that do hide food. Oh. But I'm sure they make up for that somehow, but I didn't see that part. I'm going to have to look that up and see.
Yeah, the weather's pretty nice there. Maybe they maybe they don't have all the severe conditions.
I think you just answered the question, Carolyn. Well, anyway, great job, Carolyn, and we have a little bit of extra time. Do you want to tell us a little bit about where you are there in the Eastern Sierra?
Oh, well, we're Bishop is at about 4,000 feet elevation. We have big mountains, 14,000 feet on both sides, so it is called the deepest valley. And we've had a really kind of a mild golden autumn, not really any freezing yet. It's just still a lot of leaves and flowers, and it's very unusual, but it's really beautiful, and we appreciate it.
All right. Well, you convinced me for sure. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Stay on the line. We'll get your info and send you those prizes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Ray.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, in case you missed it there, the bridled titmouse is our mystery bird. We have a Patreon program, or we're part of the Patreon program. Folks who would like to help support our show can go to patreon.com, make a contribution, and we'll send you some perks. And before we go, we'd like to offer a very special thank you to Dr. Wink Weinberg down in Atlanta, Georgia, who made a very generous contribution to help us keep the Talking Bird show alive and thriving. Thank you so much, Wink. Well, next week, are you thinking about buying a scope, a birding scope, a spotting scope as a holiday gift or for yourself? Well, be with us next week when Donald Ditzenberger, scope and binocular expert from Vortex Optics, will be here with us for some helpful advice and information. That's next week. And after that, Hardy Kern from the American Bird Conservancy will be with us to talk about the possible effects of those changes in the Endangered Species Act. And even our Freya McGregor, who you heard mentioned here on our show today, will be here with us on a show upcoming very soon. Meanwhile, that is going to about wrap it up for our show this morning. Thanks to our amazing Talking Birds team, Debbie Bleacher, Freya McGregor, and our producing engineer, Jesse Wilkins. I'm Ray Brown, reminding you that you can enter next week's Mystery Bird Contest no matter where you are if you listen live. And that's easy to do via the Listen tab at talkingbirds.com. Thanks for listening, and see you next week.
The Bird Show, I like that.
Ray Brown's Talking Birds.
Made possible by the generous support of the Birdwatchers General Store, Orleans, Cape Cod. Birdwatchersgeneralstore.com.
And by Vortex Optics with the VIP warranty. Their unlimited lifetime promise to keep you and your optic covered. Learn more at vortexoptics.com.